Golf, eh?
Jesus.
Golf.
What a morning.
Golf. I must admit, that's the first Masters tournament where I've checked in each day to check out the leaderboard at 11 o'clock in the morning to see who's ahead.
Oh, is that right?
I had it going in the mornings when I was in the shed, like Sunday morning, post-fishing, cleaning out the boat and just put it on.
Right.
So it's the first time I've gone for the 4-day journey.
Yeah, no, it's a lot, eh?
It's a lot. Lots to take in.
It's good, though. It just means that when you get to the end of it, it's quite emotional.
What a finish. Holy, I could have sworn McIlroy was going to choke.
It had that vibe about it.
That three-shot swing where he double bogeyed and Rose birdied and they were 11 under.
Oh, yeah, because DeChambeau and McIlroy started the day with, a 5-shot lead between them. Well, yeah, I think...
And he double bogeyed the first hole and DeChambeau was ahead by one.
Yeah, and then he shat the bed. And then, he found some water, didn't he?
Yeah.
On the second to last hole, yes. I believe. I think
he found water twice.
And then he hit the bunker on the 18th. And then he parred that, I believe. Yep. Or no, he bogeyed it, sent it to a playoff hole, and then he got the win.
Yeah. He pissed the face. He pissed his face, didn't he?
I mean,
He obviously shows after 11 years of missing out on majors, never winning the Masters. 14th attempt? 17th attempt at the Masters.
Is it the official number?
17th
wow,
go. 17th hoon at it.
That's something else.
So you could tell that's why he pissed his face so hard.
And you were saying earlier before we turned the mics on that Justin Rose has played a playoff hole at the Masters before.
Yes, he has.
I missed that somehow.
And lost.
Oh.
So here we get it. 44 years old. I don't know how many more Masters you've got in you at that age, but bit gutted for him. But everyone was rooting for Rory McIlroy, weren't they?
I think so in the end. Does this open the floodgates now though for Rory? Do you think?
So. I think so.
He might start winning a bit more. He seems like such a nervous dude.
He's felt pressure of that every 11 years of him not winning a major.
Was it 2011 that he kind of choked it? I'm trying to think of the series. There was one Masters in which he had it and he lost it, and it felt like he was going to do that again.
I think that was it. But in the end, he won the playoff.
Birdied that hole. It was a great hole of golf in the end. That second shot. He played a couple of unreal iron shots today. Yeah. There was a couple of times that he smoked him and he just locked and loaded that club, went for a march up the fairway. You beauty. Yeah,
the one he rolled one around the trees.
Oh.
I think it was for a birdie. It might have been for an eagle, but he fluffed it and got a birdie.
I mean, how do we feel about, not to take anything away from him, his wife was there.
And the kids, she tried to dump him this time last year.
That's right. A full circle moment.
She'd have enough, but he's got a green jacket now, so she'll stick around for a wee long.
Because I was going to ask you about that. What's the dynamic there? I mean, I know what it's like to not perform at the Masters, obviously, but to have to execute my responsibilities, knowing that, the love of my life has tried to leave me recently, and it's in the public eye. Do you think? Do
we know that? We don't know who left who, though, do we?
No,
they got back together, though. So that was...
I think we just saw them next to each other and decided that it was probably her that made the decision. Maybe not fair of us to assume that, but that was the way that...
He's a busy man. I can't imagine he spends a lot of time at home.
Oh!
Imagine it.
I mean, a bit of give and take, though. Like, I think she's probably living an okay life thanks to Rory. Hey, she might be doing her own thing.
Can I just... We did a lot of punting on that last...
no, you did a lot of punting.
I did a lot of punting. I did pretty well, actually. Betting on Bryson DeChambeau to outdrive Rory McIlroy, I thought it was pretty easy money.
Yeah, that was easy money. Can you walk us through what you bet on and what you got through and what you didn't?
Okay. So I put $65 on the outdriving just on one hole.
It was like the 14th hole or something?
Yeah, and I was paying $1.90 for payout. So I thought that was easy money.
That was off the back of Bryson also... bogeying and double bogeying, so there's a bit of anger in that drive, so that was easy money.
And also, McIlroy was playing par golf. He was just going for a half swing down the middle.
And
I started going on like Scotty Scheffler to score par on 17th. He did that.
So I didn't realise you could bet on all that kind of stuff.
Birdie or better.
Did that come through or not?
Nah, that didn't. DeChambeau, the longest drive, was probably my biggest win.
Yeah, that's good.
But someone sent through to Boys Get Paid with their slip. And it was a multi. I'll give you the details of it. It's inspired stuff.
Was it Masters only or?
Yeah. So it was Rory McIlroy outright winner.
Yeah, love it.
Scheffler top 5.
Yes.
Yeah.
Fifth.
Yeah, I think so. Fifth. Sweating on this. Ludwig Goldberg top 10 finish.
Yep.
So he almost shat to bed there.
He was up and down all round.
Colin Morikawa, top 20 finish. And Justin Thomas, top 40 finish. Turned $2 into $400.
Yeah. No, that's what dreams are made of.
And you know what I love about this?
That's better than winning the Masters.
Someone's put the slip up. They put the slip up, and it gives you the total that's in your account afterwards if you put the wrong slip up. You put the winning slip up, it doesn't give you your total. So there was an account emptier because it had a $2 bonus bet.
Yeah.
This is a bonus bet, by the way.
I'm familiar with this kind of gear. I am familiar with this kind of gear.
It was a $2 bonus bet and won $396.66.
Oh, fuck yeah.
And in the TAB account is $396.66.
Yeah.
There you go. At least my only live betting's where it's at now. My multis, Colin Morikawa let me down. So did Minwoo Lee.
So you had Minwoo.
He was running through a few of my multis, Minwoo. He came in hot.
But Jason Day pulled out a performance of the ages, really, for his standards over the last few while. And then he ended up taking that top Aussie spot that you had Minwoo Lee in.
Well, Minwoo was so hot before this Masters.
Yeah, he's hot.
He was hot. Anyway, okay, let's get on with it.
This podcast.
I got a question to ask you after this. Okay, right, live from the Export Beer Garden Studios. This is the Agenda Podcast for Monday, the 14th of April.
The Agenda Podcast, the home of sporting nonsense and claptrap. Brought to you by Export Ultra.
Now, Finn, and probably for you too, Joe, you can answer this question. I think someone's making a move on my wife and my family and my house.
Okay.
My wife.
Yeah, right. So
no, wrong show, mate. Wrong show.
There's a lot to kind of...
Okay,
so why do you think that?
I'll give you the background to it.
Yeah.
We had someone come and house sit our house, look after our house.
Yep. Do you want to name names yet?
Nice. No, not yet. They were very nice, and they left us a bunch of very generous presents, some vouchers to Top Catch and nice. Some flowers and stuff.
Was this a stranger?
A friend of a friend, friend of a friend, so not a complete stranger.
Sure.
Anyway, a part of the note was thank you very so much for sharing your house, for letting us stay in your house, and
Was it a dude?
Yep.
Okay.
Now, where I think he's having a go at me, and I don't know how you interpret this. At the end, he said, "I took the liberty of sharpening your knives."
Okay. Yeah, no, this is interesting. I can see. Yeah, no, he is making a move. You're right.
Yeah, that's a power move, isn't it?
Yeah,
That's a you don't deserve this house. You're not. It's a euphemism. Your knives aren't sharp enough. I've sharpened them for you and for your wife.
He might as well have written down G Lane, you bitch.
Yes, correct.
I've just sharpened
That's
your
what I
knives.
thought. I thought that was unnecessary.
Yeah.
So you can't take care of your woman.
Correct. He didn't even need to say that. He could have just sharpened them, and I would have just used the knife and go, "Oh, your knives are sharp."
Yeah. But that's
the power play, though.
But also, that's what he's trying to point out is that you would have even barely noticed if they were sharp, G Lane. That's how
he's saying I can't look after my house, my family, my wife, my kids. That's what he's saying.
What was?
That's what I'm interpreting that note.
Well, now I understand how you feel, and rightfully so. You feel, backstabbed. Excuse the pun, but you also feel.
Well, he's kind of come from the front.
Yeah, he has. No, he has. You're right. He has. You're right. He's come head on. How was the response from your partner, your wife?
She'd say, "Oh, that was nice. That's nice of him, wasn't it?"
Yeah. Was there?
And I was like,
was there any eyebrows in her? Kind of like, was she surprised?
That was nice. That was nice of him.
Yeah. No, you're fucked.
And do you know what he did? Also, he inquired about whether he should, and I don't know if this is a euphemism, whether he should feed the sourdough starter.
Oh, mate, he might as well have shat on your side of the bed. Yeah. He is all over you, this guy. He's living in your head rent-free now for the next couple of weeks as well. Who is he?
The giveaway is should I read through the, do you want me to feed you do you want to ask Anna if she wants me to feed sourdough starter? I mean, could it be more obvious? Yeah, could it be more obvious he's trying to move in on my marriage?
He's done well there.
Yeah.
I think you could learn a thing or two, actually, G Lane. That's how I think you should take this as a lesson. As don't do what you do. Don't put your wall up. Don't start throwing hands. Don't throw the toys. Don't throw the baby out with the bathwater.
Yes.
It's time to go, you know what? Maybe this guy has got a point. Maybe I need to learn how to sharpen some knives. Maybe I need to pay more attention to my family.
No, I pay a lot of attention to the family.
Well, that's bullshit.
I don't pay a lot of attention to the sourdough starter, that's for sure.
No, who does though?
But
that's where I question this guy. Is there ever been anyone so sourdough starter focused? Ever? And that's why I reckon he is trying to hit up your wife.
Okay.
Yeah, good luck with that. Keep us posted.
Okay, we'll keep you posted.
Who is it?
I'm glad.
Surely we find out who this is at some point.
You don't know them, so it's not important. I mean, Matt, he's always trying to hit on everyone's wives, but everyone kind of laughs when I mention that. Even the wives.
Yeah, yeah.
Whatever.
No, but I'm just trying to make sure that I don't have to watch out for this house sitter that's going around, sharpening knives, taking people's partners.
Yeah.
Because he's smart, this man.
Yeah.
This is a good maneuver.
I can see what he was saying.
It's original.
Hey, anyway, quick recap of the weekend. Covered Super Rugby Friday night. Had our end of year lunch to celebrate the end of the cricket.
Fuck me.
And I must admit, may have pushed the boat out. I thought I was pacing myself pretty well until I arrived to do the commentary.
That's interesting. Do you honestly, hand on heart, think you were pacing yourself well?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, I was only on the beers.
Okay. Sure.
Oh, I might have drank some rosé. Oh,
yeah, no, I did see a bottle of rosé.
Might have had a margarita or two as well.
Yeah, no, there was a margarita. Yeah, no,
apart from that, it was just beer.
Yeah, and you felt like you were pacing yourself well.
I felt like I was pacing myself.
Yeah, no, good for you, G Lane.
I went for a pre-commentary beer with James McConey and
hang on, what's the difference
and a
between
plate of chips?
What's the difference between a long lunch and then a pre-commentary beer?
Well, I had to walk back from the lunch to the beer place.
And you thought, you know what, I'm going to treat myself with a pre-commentary beer here.
Yeah.
I deserve a beer.
Straightener.
Yeah.
Just a straightener.
Did it straighten?
No, because then we started the commentary and James McConey, Jesus Christ, you are just a ream. And it was on Hodaki as well.
I mean,
I totally forgot.
Maybe I need to find some audio of this.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll go back and have a listen. I'll find some. I'll release some of the highlights from...
you can do some of the lowlights of that game. Crusaders took it out, outlasted the Hurricanes after a bit of biff between Ruben the Love Muscle and Goodwill Jordan.
Get out of it, Ruben.
It was quite a cheap shot as well.
It was a bit filthy. And the problem is I'm conflicted because I don't mind seeing a bit of this. But when it's my boy Will, it just hurt.
And two players competing for the 15 jersey for the All Blacks.
It felt loaded, didn't it? It felt loaded. Like, G Lane, you don't see me coming along and trying to just cut you off at the knees just so I can get a leg up. And
you get it via house sitters.
Yeah.
You do it. You do it via a third party.
So I don't know. The game itself was all right, though.
Yeah, I mean, look, it was a battle of attrition, but it cemented the Crusaders at the top of the table, which is disgusting.
Can you explain to me why games are so high scoring now?
Yeah, the referees have sped it up quite a lot.
So defensively, people are a little bit...
And they're also not bringing it back for the minor indiscretions. They're play on. They're using their gut a bit more.
Because it's quite good, because you look down at this run sheet that Joe Jerry's so professionally organised for us today, and big scores on there.
And average points are they're over 50 per game, 50 or 60 per game, average of 8 tries a game.
Yeah.
It's good stuff.
There was another game on Friday as well, eh?
Nah, don't think so.
Yeah, no.
There was a charity game over in Sydney.
Yeah, no, I can't help but notice the Waratahs might have bet the Chiefs there.
There's a festival
Chiefs
game.
Monday.
Yeah. I think if you listen back to the Big Show in Hodaki, they asked me for my prediction, and I said I think the Waratahs might win. I got booed.
That's happiness insurance from you, though.
Yeah, it was happiness insurance, but they lost 21-14. But that's all right. You can't win them all.
I didn't see the game. Did they play like shit?
Yeah, people out of position as well.
Oh, yeah. They're moving D-Mac around a bit. I saw the breakdown.
Yeah.
Kirsty going deep.
He didn't fire at fullback. They got Joseph Saili, who's just a fucking legend. He's pretty much going to revive Australian rugby on his own.
Yes.
Battle of Auckland. The Blues, 36 minus 17. I feel like that was always inevitable given I think Moana just come off 2 weeks of just outstanding performances.
Yep.
Couldn't pull a third one together. The Blues fighting for survival.
The phrase blew their load comes to mind.
Yeah, the Blue Bulls took it. And then on Saturday night, myself and Mania Stewart commentated the Highlanders Fiji and Drua. 43-20, 17-3 at half time. Then 3 or 4 tries in the first 11 minutes of the second half. It was insane. Within 30 seconds, Fiji and Drua had scored in the second half, and it was like, fuck yeah.
Yeah.
Because the Fijians play like they could score anytime, anywhere. Like a number 8 can run the length of the field. It's great to watch, but they didn't just run out of gas. Good for the Highlanders though, because they only won 2 games, so they got their season back on track. That one, and I didn't watch any of the Reds Brumbies game because I don't care.
No one did.
But the Brumbies won 39 points to 26.
Again, another high scorer. So the state of the table, so just top...
It's Crusaders, yes, on top.
Yeah.
Chiefs second.
No, that's good. I just wanted to clarify that.
But also, if you do manage to find audio of that Friday night's commentary, I mean...
Oh, well, I'll find it.
Look, if you could find it, take it off and wipe the record of it, because if a BSA complaint ever comes their way, they're going to have to find the audio, and if the audio doesn't exist except in some sort of third-party place, that'd be good.
Right, okay.
Have a guess how many F-bombs I dropped.
I can only imagine we at least hit double digits.
I can remember 3.
3's good for you.
I can remember 3.
Oh, you know what? I'll actually take 3.
Yeah, well, you ever let us know you get.
Are we running a jelly bean jar competition on the amount of F-bombs you dropped on Friday night's commentary?
Yeah.
Okay, closest one wins.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm saying 3.
But I mean, 3, again, 3 will take.
Yeah. Oh, God. Oh, yeah.
So that's it on Super Rugby?
Yeah, look, but I may be fired at the end of this week anyway. So we're looking for 2 new commentators. And thanks to Max Raft, we are looking for New Zealand's next top commentator to commentate the Super Rugby final live and exclusive on iHeartradio. You won't be replacing us, but you'll have your own channel that you can commentate on. So all you need to do is download the iHeart app and use the talkback function. If you know what that is, it's a little microphone button in the left-hand corner. When you click on the ACC, it allows you a 30-second window to send some audio, send some through, and commentate the final on your own channel. Text MAX to 3236, and you'll get a link for that.
We were just discussing your lack of professionalism, but I can't take away from the fact that you really know how to segue into a client-paid promo.
We're going to take a quick break, and the Warriors, they suck.
Sweet. So the Warriors, they suck. Yep.
Yeah. Look, I can't believe that people even. I saw someone pays $2,000 on the win, paying I think $550 or something for the Warriors.
How far away are we from like a situation where, you know how we as the All Blacks don't lose at Eden Park? How close are we to we don't beat the Melbourne Storm?
Yeah, away. Oh, at home or away. That's 17th loss in a row.
It's so tough to watch. That game yesterday sucked.
Yeah, and poor old Lazar McGolders afterwards. So at least we won the second half.
Yep. That's a real glass half full approach that I appreciate, Boulders. Don't
anyway,
get me wrong.
there you go. So whose bandwagon are you jumping off first? Are you jumping off Liam Lawson's or the Warriors?
Now there is a question. That question there might break the internet. I mean,
Leah, are you jumping off Red Bull Racing Bulls, or are you jumping off the Wars?
if I had to jump off one, oh geez. I mean, this is going to land us in hot water here. The anti. Yeah, no, I'm jumping off Liam Lawson.
I'm doing the I'm jumping off the Wars.
Wait, is that because we think that the Wars will have a worse season than Liam Lawson?
What's a good season for the Warriors? Making the top 8.
Yeah.
Okay. A good season for Liam Lawson is winning some points, coming in the top 10.
Do you think so?
Yeah.
I think even just staying in his seat might be
a win.
A win? I don't know.
The poor guy, he started 17th on the grid, had some engine issues, then got dumped with 2 time penalties. Made it up
the time penalties was such a low blow for him, eh?
Made it up to 13th. Got from 17th to 13th. Was just outside the couple of seconds away from the top 10, and then he got done with some penalties.
Verstappen third in the Drivers' Championship, I believe on 69 points. This was off the top of my head. Nice.
He came 6th in this one. It was run by Oscar Piastri, the Australian.
That's right. He's on 74 Drivers' Championship points, and then Lando's still in the lead with 77. So Russell, I think, got second. Is that right? And then, and then Lando.
And then they're sticking around the Middle East. They're off to Saudi Arabia this weekend.
Fuck yeah.
How does an area like that, Abu Dhabi, Bahrain, and Saudi, which is an area, like the kind of length of New Zealand to go between them. They've got 3 Grand Prix between them.
I can't figure out why.
No, neither. I mean, obviously they've got great racing pedigree, great motorsport pedigree. Obviously a lot of manufacturers produce their cars out of there. But a lot of drivers come out of the Middle East, yet they've got 3 Grand Prix in the richest sport in the world. I know. Do they have to pay for petrol when they go... Like, do you have to take a petrol tanker with you when you fill up with gas and shit?
You know what you need to do, G Lane? You need to pop an edible and watch Formula One, because the amount of questions that come to your mind while watching that sport is unbelievable. Logistically, it's an absolute nightmare. I can't even figure out. Sometimes I will. Sometimes I will get stoned. I'll watch it.
They do have the double setup though.
Apparently, that's what they say. Is that there's another whole bunch of trucks that are going to the next Grand Prix.
But you're still going to get the same vehicle.
Yep.
there. So that gets on a plane usually in a crate.
Yeah.
So you chuck that in an Antonov or something. It's like when you're the Russian one, the nose comes up.
Yeah. That's exactly how it probably works.
Getting in one of those. No, but like, yeah, it's just anyway. Oh,
I
so
don't
the
know.
Middle East, don't know how they do it. Don't know how they do it. It's,
do you reckon they actually just? Do you think maybe they should just drive? Maybe they just drive the cars from track to track.
Don't be silly.
I mean, the way that they drive over there, from the things that you've told me, is not far off Formula One-esque.
You know, we used to live around the corner from. Do you remember Craig Beard?
Oh,
Remember New Zealand motorsport driver Craig Beard?
I mean,
he lived in Hamilton,
yeah.
and his parents lived in Hamilton, and they lived a few blocks around the corner. And he used to have a Formula Ford, which is kind of like a miniature Formula One car.
Yeah, that was small, eh?
Yeah, it's still deadly loud, still a single-seater.
Right.
He used to have one in his garage, and he used to hoon it around the streets, like just in the weekends, and it was so loud, massively illegal.
That's so Hamilton.
So this guy goes fast in his Formula Ford.
No shit.
So good. Got full respect in the Hamilton. They're like, and then by the time anyone's rung the police, he's back in the garage door down.
Yeah, he's just out for 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah, he knows how long he's got.
On the motor games desk as well, Taupo went off on the weekend with the V8s. It's great to see the V8s back in New Zealand. They're down there in Taupo.
Couple of bogans fizzing at the bung when I came into the office this morning.
So and Matt Payne, Kiwi guy, youngster, 22, took out the weekend.
Yeah, how good.
Won the Jason Richards Memorial Trophy. Jason Richards was a legendary New Zealand V8 supercar driver. Unfortunately, passed away with cancer, I think, in 2011. So it's in honour of him. So he's the third Kiwi to win that, behind the Giz and McLaughlin.
Well, there you go.
Now Matty Payne won it. We went last year along to the V8s.
Yeah, I remember seeing some socials.
Yeah, with the
down
ITM guys. It was loved it. It's such great people watching.
Yeah, I bet.
Some of the greatest, like people in those masturbatorial tents. Remember that? Like
the what tents?
So it was a bit of a rainy weekend, and you know when you go to the camp store or you see a campsite, you can buy those single tents that are about 1 square meters, but they're about 2 meters high, and they usually put a toilet in it.
Or a shower.
Yes.
Yeah.
And these people had set up right against the fence line 4 of those individual, and they sat inside them with their deck chair, and we called them the masturbatorium, so they could zip them up.
rightfully so.
They could zip them up and just whack off to the sound of a V8 supercar coming off past them.
And it was like they were watching kind of their own private event as well, because they had walls around them.
Yeah, and they were just up against the fence.
Oh,
just
yeah.
barred up. And then the camping in the centre of there's a race course.
Fucking honest.
There's a racehorsing course next door to the motorsport track. And there's a huge tract of land in the middle of the horse racing course, and everyone camps in there. You can motorhomes, like tents, and it just looks like the best time. But I can imagine what sort of
The amount
debauchery.
of woodies just getting sunk.
The
Crimes
debauchery.
being committed in there. People just shitting all over each other. Oh, yeah.
3 days of that down there.
We should do it one year.
Oh, we did it last year.
No, but we should go in and like camp.
Camp there in a motorhome.
You send me down.
Speaking of which,
This is my job now, isn't it, I think?
Speaking of which, we're going to go to Dunedin for the All Blacks France, and there's no accommodation.
Oh, fuck.
So we've got a motorhome. We've got a Juicy.
Oh, yes, I have heard allegations of the motorhome.
So we're going to fly into Queenstown, get a Juicy, and drive over to Dunnes. Dunnes, they were going to build a new hotel there. They were going to build like a 400-room hotel, but the council shut it down because they were Chinese. How Dunedin is that?
Well, there's a lot to unpack there, but what the fuck happened to radio? You know, I got into this because I thought it was highfalutin, 30 floors up stuff, and now
Radio, mate.
just because
Media. You're in media.
Sorry.
We are bottom. We are the scum. What's that? Train spotting? Lowest of the low.
Yeah, we are. We are exactly that. So now we are going away for an All Black series, and we have to stay in a motorhome.
There's no accommodation.
Have we got like a campsite? Have you guys thought that far ahead? Knowing you haven't. Are we staying on the side of the road?
Side of the road for sure. What advantages is there of going to a campsite?
Actually, reach out 3236 or slide in via the talkback function on your iHeartradio app if you've got a front yard that we can park the spaceship in front of, or the Juicy van.
It's not a spaceship. It's the Juicy. It's a 6-berther.
Oh, I mean, it's luxury stuff.
Yeah. I mean, we're definitely taking the top off on it going through a drive-through at some stage. But
coffee table?
What?
Okay, what else we got to talk about today, G Lane? So that's Taupo.
We've spent the whole morning doing Masters chat, but I think we've got quite a few yours pleasers to get through. But don't forget, if you want to join us in Texas, also Ultra. Text Ultra to 3236. if you want to come on the Export Ultra Beer Garden Tour to Austin City Limits, Austin, Texas, for extra chances, hone into your Liquorland or your Big Barrels as well, because I've got more chances for you and a mate to join us. This is a hell of a trip.
Yeah.
Every year it gets bigger and better. Been to Amsterdam, been to Paris, been to Beer Fest. This year it is Texas. We're going to go rip the tariffs a new one. Ultra to 3236. So we'll be back after this with Yours Please.
Yours, please. Brought to you by Export Ultra.
Okay, let's get straight into it, shall we, Finn? Caddie, this one here, yours, please.
Hey, fellas, keeping it short and sweet here. Fuck the Finn rebrand. It's MASH.
I just said it.
That's fair.
Yeah, it's fair. What a good setup that is.
Yeah.
You can call you MASH.
People can call me whatever you want. I mean,
Mashy. I don't know, because you were bangers and mash. That's why you got it, wasn't it?
But I think people are thinking that it's a me-led thing. It definitely isn't. I'm quite happy. Over time, I mean, geez, I have become accustomed to it, but I don't really care. It's just not, it's just not me. That's what I want people to know. If I could have one message out there, it's just not me.
Ring-a-ting?
Yeah.
Ringer?
Yeah, I mean, we can go and ring if you want.
Captain Ring-a-ting?
Captain Ring-a-ting's starting to feel a little bit personal. G Lane, I got to be honest.
Something will come up. But we can stick with MASH till now, but if anyone's got any other suggestions, let us know.
Is that how this works?
Yeah. It's a community thing. You know, we do it together. We do it as a family. Next one, yours, please.
Afternoon, boys. Can we just pass a message on to the lovely folks at DB Export Ultra?
Yeah.
Can they bring out a 4-pack of the big boy 500ml cans?
Oh, yeah.
I reckon it'll be perfect for a little Sunday sneaky session when you're not quite ready to commit to a full box. I've got next week off with school holidays.
With the kids.
So you don't really feel like tackling that hungover.
Yeah.
Anyway, fuck the storm and fuck the school holidays.
I thought for a second he was a teacher because he goes, I'm not at work next week because I've got school holidays. But then he said, fuck school holidays. So he's obviously taken it off to look after the kids.
Yeah.
Wise choice, just, 4 big boys a day.
I feel for this contributor because I've got a similar issue where I'm not able to leave any beers in the box. Because what this person forgets,
You've got a fridge.
and what I forget, is that he's just buy the 12 and save 4, Just buy 12 cans and save 4 and you're going to have the same amount of piss that he's after. But he's obviously not able to do that. He just wants 4 so he can finish 4 and then that's that. I challenge you, contributor.
So do you have to finish everything in the fridge? Is that...
Yeah, I'm either not having a beer or I'm having 12 beers.
Okay.
Or I'm having whatever's in front of me. Hence why the 4-pack, like this contributor is saying, is such a good idea.
The 4 big boys.
The 4 big boys is the right amount of piss.
Because they sell the big boys separately, don't they?
But is that about
singles?
Is that about 8 cans? I mean, I don't know. I'm looking at Joe Jury because he's our resident alcoholic.
They're the 500s. But
they're the 500s, yes.
So, but 330 is this can, so it's not quite double.
Okay.
They sell the 500s singly for about $5, I think.
Anyway, what the fuck are we doing? Do the math, contributor. Do the math. And then come back to us and see how you get on. I feel for you. I have sympathy for you. I understand that it's hard to leave beers in the fridge, but I think we're going to have to learn how to do it at some point.
Big boys, though, why do they sell them separately? Because usually the big boys 500 separately is usually for your elephant beers, which is like 9%. Yet, we're talking a refreshing 4.2 low carb beer.
When we were in the States recently, what size were the cans that you'd be buying there?
They were 500.
Those are 500s.
So those are 500s. Those are quite
I think they're more than 5. They seem like more than 500.
Those Modelos.
No, I think you just drunk about 17,000 of them.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right. Okay.
But no, those 500s are perfect for the just stopping off and getting one on the drive home situation.
That's right. And again, you don't run into that problem that I have.
Not condoning that,
contributor.
No, when you're the passenger.
When you're the passenger. Okay,
you're the passenger of the car. What are you talking about?
Yeah, sorry. Well, do you know what? Manai Stewart's got a fridge in his car.
Listen to all of us. Yeah.
He's
when you stop off and get one on the way home.
Passengers, you fucking freaks.
Manai Stewart, he's got that vanilla ice fridge set up in his car now for his V's and stuff.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
But again, back to
fit a perfect 6-pack in it. Yeah.
Back to that message.
Yeah.
I totally hear you and I sympathise. But I think instead of asking alcohol chains to completely recan...
No, it's a packaging. He's asking for packaging.
Okay, well
he's
that's
just
fine
asking.
then.
He's just asking for a 4-pack of 500s.
All right, would it fucking kill you to send an email then, G Lane?
Yeah, I can do that.
Thank
I'm meeting
you.
them with them tomorrow. I'll say, had a dude who wants to get into a Sunday session. He wants to drink for his way through the school holidays. He's obviously got kids.
Yeah, he's unable to cut himself off.
Can you do a 4-pack? He wants to pick a 4-pack of big cans every day.
Yeah. Otherwise, he will end up blacking out if he buys a whole box.
Yeah.
Oh, well, good shit.
Okay.
I
Well,
feel like we've tackled that issue.
school holidays. One more. Yours, please.
G Lane, you masturbator. I'm just sitting here with Dan A, and he'd love to do a fucking funnel in his ass of any drink of your choice. Chimabo.
G Lane fans never disappoint.
What? Did I talk about butt chugging or something on commentary?
G Lane, you masturbator. I'm just sitting here with Dan A, and he'd love to do a fucking funnel in his ass of any drink of your choice. Chimabo.
I have a funny feeling I may have mentioned butt chugging on the commentary on Friday night.
That's the type of people you attract, G Lane.
Remember when butt chugging was a thing for a while there?
No, we were talking about this on
Yeah.
Oh! I know why this has come up, because in the midst of our Friday sesh,
Oh, yeah.
we did have this conversation. I just got a massive case of deja vu. We were talking about how there was that phase for a while where people were recording butt chugs happening.
Yes.
Women and
Yeah.
men, especially in like college
Yes.
settings over in the
Yeah.
States, were butt chugging everything.
Yeah.
And then I think you
I
brought it
thought
up.
it was a joke. Then I saw a lot of videos. I was like, oh, people actually do butt chug.
Can you swallow with your anus?
Well, I think if you get the funnel down far enough, there's no choice. It's
It just keeps going.
It's like filling up the car with petrol. It's just,
Is that what it's like?
yeah, it's just a one-way valve once you put the nozzle in far enough.
Can you siphon it out?
Well, I think eventually it comes out. Surely,
Yeah, no, that's a good point.
You can't fill your bowel with just like a yard glass of beer. Surely that's where you go for straight spirits.
But is that
It
what?
goes into the bloodstream quicker. Some bullshit. It's like shelving a pill or
pinger?
something. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, right. That would make sense, I suppose. So did you come back after that Friday session? We talked about that out in the office over a few
I think
beers.
I might have mentioned it on the commentary.
Yeah, and then you brought that into commentary with James.
Yeah.
James McConey would have taken that well.
He's a man. He's butt chugged a few things.
Yeah,
I reckon he
right.
definitely is. I reckon
You
he definitely
reckon?
is. Hey, I got another question for you. This is relating to my life falling apart.
Okay.
I think my wife is.
Jesus, is everything okay, G-Lane?
I think she's cracked the code. She's cracked the code because she's
leaving you?
playing
Good
golf.
for her. Thank fuck, because
she's playing golf.
What?
She's playing golf. She's joined the golf club. She's going out with her mates and playing golf, organising tea times. I've got no idea where she is and when she's coming back.
This is incredible.
And then she texts me and says, "Oh, the play is so slow. I'll be a while." And I'm like, "Motherfucker, that's my line.
God.
It's my line."
She's in
the clubhouse.
She's
Sinking
called your
piss.
bluff. She has called your
She's
bluff.
in the clubhouse sinking piss.
Oh, how the tables have turned,
And
G-Lane.
I hit her up. I was like,
The Uno Reverso has been played.
I just hit her up. I said, "You've finally discovered why guys play golf." And she goes, "Yeah, we just didn't play any golf. We walk around the course talking, gossiping, drinking, and then went to the clubhouse afterwards." And I'm
The
like,
North Shore mums
and I
living
was
the
like-
dream.
I was like,
Good
"Yeah."
for them.
I was like, "That's exactly what we do. What are you doing?"
Good for them.
I'm starting a book club now. I'm going to get wasted every Wednesday.
Oh,
I'm going to get mates come around. We're going to pretend like
Where do they
we've
play?
read a book. White Matter, just down the road, stumbling distance home.
God, I'm going to have to book a tea time.
Great. What a great. When I got the text, I was like, oh, how the tables have turned. Like, I'm always like, yeah, real slow play.
Be honest,
I'm
though.
sitting in the clubhouse into my third beer, my third, plate of chips.
Be honest, though, was a small part of you,
I was quite
you know,
proud.
like,
I was a
well
little bit proud.
played.
I was proud. I was
Yeah,
like,
you're well
she's seen
played.
through the matrix.
Yeah. No, she's got you on that one.
And she's, I don't know if this guy who was staying in our house is a member also, probably. And he probably plays golf.
That's a good point.
He's probably the golf pro there or something.
Yeah, no, if you do have any thoughts on G-Lane's kind of current relationship situations, do get in touch.
There's nothing wrong with the relationship. It's just outsiders coming in causing issues.
No, it does sound like it's getting, problematic.
There's no problems.
It's sounding
there,
shaky to me.
There's no problems there. Don't you go all Heath on me and say, "Oh, I'm happy to step in."
I am happy to help out. Maybe not in the same way.
You wouldn't know what to do. You wouldn't be able to. You'd walk into my household and you'd walk straight out again. You'd be like, "Fuck this."
Your house is too big. I wouldn't be able to get back out.
Fuck this. There is 3 kids running around. One of them's nude. One of them's got a gun.
Okay, well, is that a podcast, is it?
I think we knocked that on the head for a Monday.
Sorry that was late, by the way. We were watching the Masters.
Yeah, we had a pretty good excuse for that one. Watch Rory piss his face and win the 89th Masters, was it? Man, it's going to be a hell of a Masters when it's 100th.
You know what you could do to get your wife back?
Take her to the Masters?
Yeah, and win it.
What, win the Masters?
Yeah. Work for Rory.
Yeah.
It might work for you.
Look, I haven't lost her. I need to win her back.
Mate, you've got someone coming into your house sharpening knives. A real man would not let that happen. Think about it.
Yeah.
Feedback on the talkback function via the iHeartradio app, please. We'll come back to this tomorrow.
Yeah, if a man comes into your house and sharpens your knife, is he after your family? Okay, we'll see you later.
Did we talk any sport?
Yeah, a little bit.
You've been listening to the ACC's Agenda podcast, brought to you by Export Ultra. For more episodes, like and follow on iHeartradio or wherever you get your podcasts.